The second stop on the road to the Young Farmer Final is a town described as the hottest, driest and coldest town in New Zealand, Alexandra in central Otago. There's always been a great friendly rivalry between Otago and Southland over the years, and it's been 8 years since the region has won the Young Farmer Grand Final. They'd won it 3 years in a row prior to that. So, who's going to take up the mantle this year? Well, let's find out. First up, the contestants are trying to stack up the numbers in the Agribusiness Challenge.
G'day, my name's Lyndon Wallace, I'm 26 years old. I'm part of the Waitani Young Farmers Club. I'm here today in Alex to give this regional final a good crack.
Yeah, hi, I'm John White from the Nightcaps Club in Southland. I farm at Riverton. Today here at Alex to give it a good crack and finish in the top 3 would be a great finish for me.
Hi, I'm Simon Topham, I'm 25 years old. I'm the chairman of Nightcaps Young Farmers Club and that's who I'm representing today.
Hello, my name is Hamish Robinson. I'm from Wyndham and I am just here to have fun.
My name's Dean Rabbage, 28-year-old sheep, beef and dairy farmer representing the Wyndham Club. And I'm just here to go better than I did last year. Cheers.
Hi, I'm James Gardwin. I'm a member of the Waitani Club. Gonna give it a good go today and see what happens.
Hi, I'm Hayden Gentle from the Nightcaps Club. I'm here today and I'm looking to go all the way.
I'm Logan Wallace, I'm 24 years old. I'm a member of the Clinton South Otago Young Farmers Club and here to win it.
But the day really begins when they test their practical skills. Simon Topham's the first one in the livestock module, and one of the tasks is grading some deer velvet, a new experience.
I'm a dairy farm, so no, I haven't done much deer work before.
I'm chairman of our Young Farmers Club currently, only for the last couple of months, and I milk 500 cows with 1 staff and my old man.
Okay, that's right.
It's a fairly comprehensive challenge for the Southerners, and John White's the next punter to give it a go.
We got some dairy heifers here and we want them to draft 3 out of the mob of 8 and put them in and weigh them all after estimating their weights. And then one needs antibiotics, so they have to work out how much to give it and where and how to inject it.
That's 8 mil per 100 kilo. Intravenous or subcutaneous. Intramuscular, right into the rump. With 1 at 20 mil.
Hi, I'm Renee White. I'm married to John and this is our daughter Esther. We are farming at Riverton, milking 450 cows.
Been involved with Young Farmers since I was 20, and involved in setting up a regional final, and this is really good. Great standard, great day. Alexandra's put it on, so it's great.
24-year-old stock manager Lyndon Wallace is thrown in the deep end in the first aid section as part of the human resources test.
No, I didn't expect to be here today. I got a phone call sort of 11:30, 12 o'clock yesterday there. It's a bit of a ring-in for James Lawn. He's injured his ankle. So you got a sore stomach? Yeah. It's a worker here. She's hit something on the four-wheeler and tipped it over, and she's gone over the handlebars, and she's got a pretty bad laceration on her leg here. And yeah, she's got a bit of a sore stomach. Could be some internal injuries in here. Yeah. Nothing in your stomach? You're not pregnant or anything?
No.
No? That's all right then.
Lyndon's showing good care for the patient. He's actually located all the injuries, which is really good. And he's called for an ambulance, which is the most important thing.
Just getting the pump going and trying to get my gun irrigator going.
With the irrigation module, what we're doing is we've got a control valve here, and the scenario is the hydraulic lines on the valve have been chewed by cows, and the contestant's got to make the necessary repairs, follow a basic line diagram with plumbing, connect up all the fittings with good workmanship, run the pump and test it.
19-year-old James Gardine's getting a bit of sibling support.
We grew up on a family farm and James has always been involved with that and helping the weekends and holidays mostly.
Ever since I could walk, I've been helping out on the farm and summer holidays and whatnot mainly, until I've gone to Lincoln Uni this year. So I've taken a year off from the practical side of things and I'll learn a bit more the book stuff.
Another first-timer in the regionals is 21-year-old Hamish Robinson.
So I'd hold on to the dog and I'd make sure the pilot can see where you are.
They have to firstly brief the two musterers that are about to go snow raking on the safety aspects of the helicopter and operation of the helicopter.
Oh yeah, you're good? All safety stuff, I suppose a bit of check. Yeah.
From snow raking to rural fires, our young farmers need to be up to scratch when it comes to extreme weather events.
I'm making a portable dam. I've never heard of them, but I just sort of guessed. I'm just trying to start this, but I'm missing something before I can start it. Has it got fuel?
At the moment, I think, because this is his first year, he's kind of wanting to get the experience out of it, so it's just a learning curve.
Hamish forgot to prime the pump, but now it's good to go. Logan Wallace turned up today to an unexpected family reunion.
Yeah, I turned up this morning and found out my cousin was competing because someone else, James Lorna, got injured. So that adds a bit of family rivalry to it.
For a first-timer, he's looking pretty confident working on the Honda Quad.
So what we've got here is a side-by-side. They've got to identify 6 issues and there's a couple of issues in there which they've got to fix as well.
First time competing and really looking forward just to pushing it out and seeing who I can knock out of the top and just build on it for hopefully grand final or next year's competition.
Logan's confidence is echoed by his parents, who are delighted to have him home after working in Australia and England.
And he did that for 2 years before coming home and taking over the family farm.
So he's sort of setting his goals and being one of the top farmers in South Otago.
Dean Rabbage is the reigning champion in the Otago Southland region and competed at last year's grand final.
Yeah, obviously I'm the person to watch this year, so last year I was sort of underdog and snuck through, but not this year, but just really hoping I can back it up.
Dean has plenty of supporters, but today they're mostly here in spirit.
Oh yeah, there's a few turned up. I told most of them to stay away, they just make me nervous, so left mum and dad at home milking and yeah, cruised up here last night.
Threading tyres onto a post looks like it's not really Dean's thing.
You know, it's normally something I pay the contractor at home to do, to be honest. Draw a line in the sand and move on, I guess. Yeah.
But he gets the hang of it. Hayden has some slick moves in the fencing challenge. You'd think he'd been on the farm all his life.
Well, actually, I'm a townie originally. Mother was a school teacher and Dad's a mechanic. So I've just, Mum always maintained I was a country boy born in the city. So yeah, now I own a few sheep myself. We build from 8 to 5 and farm the rest of the time.
My fencing experience only comes down to fixing a hole in the fence where the sheep keep poking out.
And then I got roped into this competition from my brother-in-law. He's the chairman of the club and said, go along. So he called on a veteran to make up some numbers and I managed to get through. So pretty stoked about that effort.
Looks like there's a bit of family rivalry in the competition.
Well, Hayden married a Topham and of course Kelly, and she's got 2 brothers, and Simon's here today as competitive.
And they were both in the Nightcaps Young Farmers.
And I guess that's where he met his wife.
Well, he did meet his wife through Young Farmers.
Well, now that we've got that sorted, let's take a look at the scoreboard. And it's rookie Logan Wallace who's taking the lead with veteran competitors John White and Dean Rabbage not far behind. On now to the head-to-head challenge, which is a race against time. First task, to assemble a handpiece for a shearing while stuffing down dry wheat bix. The organisers have shown a little compassion in the shape of a bottle of water. Once the handpiece is assembled, they have to find their sheep, and not just anyone will do. Each sheep has a contestant's number on it. Once they're caught, it's not the clippers that the sheep are getting, but a nice tint. After the colour and tint, it's time to get back to reality with some wool classing. Part-time farmer and full-time builder Hayden Gentle is pretty chuffed to have finished first.
But yeah, I'm pretty stoked to pull one under the belt, show these farmers how to do it.
The Southern road trip continues after the break as we find out which of these hardy men will be going along to the grand final. The road to the Young Farmer Final leads us to the banks of the mighty Clutha River, Alexandra. And by 1 p.m, the contestants have completed the agribusiness and agri-skills challenges. And now it's time for what's affectionately known as the gutbuster. This week's agri-sports begins with a heavy sprint to the end of the arena, followed by a quick fencing job. Then it's on to the chainsaws to make a Silver Fern Farms logo. And while some go all out and make a 3D model, John White and Logan Wallace decide to keep it simple. While Logan gets kitted up for the butchery section, John White is already making good progress with his rolled rib roast. John looks like he's got a good lead, stacking the beehive, but Logan is catching up.
Courtesy of the noise to do the most screaming. I definitely want to see you out there, and you never know, you might have one of these nice polos too.
John White gets his wheel on and drives the hay bale to the end of the arena. With his gloves on, John's rolling up of the barbed wire is easy work. And now he has to fish around for a cable tie to bring it all together. In the midst of all that cream, John's forgotten to put his glasses back on. Eye protection's a must when working with barbed wire. So a 30-second stand down gives some of the other contestants a chance to make up some time on our leader. The cable ties supplied to secure the barbed wire are only just big enough to do the job. The judges declare the fire is extinguished and all there is left to do is jump in the pool.
Good to have a swim at the end of it. Yeah, it was pretty hard. It's nice hot weather, so jumping in that pool was a good finish.
The pool provides some sweet relief after the day's events, but it's not over yet. And looking at the scoreboards, newcomer Logan Wallace has made a pretty big splash. So far, he's taken out all of the categories apart from agribusiness. If he can win the night show, he's off to the grand final. There's an air of anticipation at the Alexandra District War Memorial Hall to see if defending champion Dean Rabbage can retain his crown in the Otago Southland Regional Final.
Which three-leaf plant is the national emblem of Ireland? Let's go to Dean Rabbage.
Clover plant.
Yes.
Invariably, it's the pressure of the quiz panel that sorts the men from the boys, and John White and Dean Rabbage are steadily closing the gap on Logan.
Minimum wage in New Zealand? Dean.
$13.75
is correct. What is the name of the cruise ship that sank off the coast of Italy? Dean Rabbage.
Costa Concordia.
Correct. And that is the end of the round. Congratulations. Very tough.
And the top four now take the floor for a round of public speaking.
Imagine the possibility to both sectors if each McDonald's Happy Meal in China included 2 lamb chops, 2 woolly socks and a glass of milk.
People who have achieved the most have made the most mistakes and bounced back.
The increase in land value, from my point of view, is a right pain because it makes land much more unachievable for me to buy.
Too often I see farmers that have been so focused on their success of their business that they haven't taken time to enjoy other aspects of their life.
Okay, round 8, the last round, and good luck to our contestants. Here we go. In which gallery can you see the famous painting Mona Lisa? John?
The Louvre.
That is correct for 2. In relation to the dairy industry, what does TAF stand for? We go to Dean Ravage.
Trading amongst farmers.
Correct. What ancient form of health treatment uses needles to relieve? We go to Dean Ravage.
Acupuncture.
That is correct. How many colours feature?
But in the end, it's experience that prevails, and Dean Ravage is off to the grand final once again.
Turn at the top, Dean Ravage.
Yeah, stoked. Relieved more than anything, to be honest. Yeah, no, it's really good. More hard work now, though, so.
Actually really surprised myself. I got all the practical prizes for the day, so...
Yeah, it did get close, but I was always confident and backed myself on the last buzz around that I'd be able to hold my own and come away with it, so a wee bit worried, but yeah, had confidence we'll get there.
It was amazed to come second and I was aiming for top 4, so really wrapped to come out second place.
After the break, we head to eastern Southland to find out what's been keeping Dean busy over the past year. On the road to the Young Farmer Final. The road to the Young Farmer Final is in Wyndham, Southland, with sheep and dairy farmer Dean Ravage. He's just taken out the Otago Southland Regional Final for the 2nd time, and he helps us get our bearings.
Dunedin's over there.